Welcome back, both of you. With your campaign putting pressure, have you been invited by the government to get suggestions on how to resolve the impasse on Lok Ayukt's appointment, Justice Saldana?
Well, so far the answer is no. But even without the, as I indicated to you, on 2 occasions I have voluntarily placed certain suggestions before the governor. Now, what our core committee and our group intends is that we will go to them, because they will never call us. We will go to them, we will make the effort, and we will put forward really practical, valid formula and suggestions. Like I told you, there are a lot of reforms that are required, lot of amendments that are required in the Act. This is point number one. Adding to what I said earlier, if the Lokayukta is to at all survive and function well, it is modelled on the same lines as the Swedish Ombudsman, and we will have to go to the structure of the original Ombudsman. Number one, which no Lokayukta, even in the Lokpal, they know. Number one is that it has got to be 100% autonomous. It's got to be 100% autonomous. In fact, I submitted a paper to the central government and to the state government in respect of the Human Rights Commission, wherein I have said make it 100% autonomous, in the sense let the institution decide, let them handpick their officers and their staff and the investigating machinery and prosecutors and everything else, let them have their own budget, and you will not interfere with anything that institution is doing without the consent of the Lokayukta. You can't suddenly take out a good officer and things like that. That will make a big difference. That is one of the many things that we'll see that it happens.
What about the governor? Did he invite you?
No, till now he has not. So as the justice pointed out, I think we'll approach, so no problem. We know that how things are going on in Karnataka, and we don't expect them to invite us also. So we'll approach them, so no problem, because we are a voluntary group of citizens. So we'll make our efforts. So we'll just see how it can pay off, or how we can get a look. See, as long as we are concerned, we want a good Lokayukta, and we want the institution to be a very strong institution to combat corruption. That's all. So it doesn't matter whether we approach or they call us and all. I think we approaching will be better, because we won't be bound by anything.
Citizens must approach.
Citizens must approach. They don't.
Justice Saldana, there is no dearth of eminent judges to become Lokayukta.
Yes.
Then I saw in your own note which say that you have suggested a few names: Justice Sri Krishna, N.K. Sodhi, B.K. Singh, Arijit Pasayat. Do you have any particular choice? Your core committee, does it have any particular choice?
We have no particular choice at all, but since statements were made that we find it impossible to find a suitable candidate, we said that is incorrect, factually incorrect. We'll straight away give you some names. Now again, take for instance the first name, Justice Sri Krishna. He and I were appointed to the judiciary on the same day in the Bombay High Court. Justice Sri Krishna is a man of tremendous integrity. He is also a brilliant man, a man of immense learning. And we put his name at the head of the list because technically Justice Sri Krishna and his family are Kannadigas. Maybe he is born and brought up in this, and one of the nice things about, I call him BN, is the fact that he is a scholar. He is a Sanskrit scholar, but he speaks excellent Kannada. So if the requirement, if you turn around and want to say, I want a Kannadiga, we said, here you have one. But that's just an indication that the availability is there. So don't make incorrect and false statements. But if the whole idea is that you want somebody, now one of the reasons Mr. Balram, which the governor gave 3-4 days back when the media pressed him, was that he said, look, if you recommend a candidate, and I have reservations with regard to appointing him, which are very valid, I put them down in writing. Now, if I find that abnormal pressure is being put on me saying that nobody other than this person, does it not raise a very high level of suspicion? Is there nobody else in this whole subcontinent that except that this person? Why do you want only him? Now, I mean, is there some hidden agenda? Now, if it gives rise to suspicion, then you can never appoint that person. And that is also very wrong. You see, when you make a recommendation, you don't go in delegation to the governor and you don't turn around and say that I will pressurize you and make you appoint him, you see. So that's also a big breach.
Yeah, and I want to add here, it's not a question of ego of either the government or the governor. See, it's a question of the people of Karnataka and the future of Karnataka. See, both of them should shun, I mean, if there are such, both of them to shun that and just think everything in public interest. See, here public interest is not even being thought of.
Public,
See,
nobody
yeah,
bothers about
see,
the
that is the problem. See, ultimately you do everything for the public and his interest has been totally ignored by everybody, sir.
One parting shot for both of you.
Yes.
Are you giving a deadline to the government?
We propose to do it because everything has to be time bound, Mr. Balram. You are aware of the fact that I gave you some statistics with regard to the period of time, 4 months, more than that the post is vacant. The second aspect is that every minute injustice is taking place, we have no redressal machinery there. So this is a default situation and there is absolutely no problem in setting deadlines. And
Any particular date, anything?
Now that we'll have to decide. Actually,
Yeah,
we
not
have
yet
not
decided.
met and we'll decide about it.
But before
So-
that, I think you must meet the government. You must meet the governor.
we have in fact drafted out a letter to the Chief Minister. We propose to follow it up with a letter to the governor. And we propose to request them to give us an audience, in the sense we want to also personally request them. Because I do believe that if we come with a reasonable request, it will be acceded to. We are very
In a
confident.
case like this, I think people are waiting, people are watching. I think listening to you is very, very important because we have some really
We are only echoing the sentiments of the
Yeah,
people of
for the
Karnataka.
people.
Many thanks, Justice Saldana, Ms. Jayashree, for coming over to the studios of Radio Indigo and inspiring our listeners about the Save Lok Ayuktha campaign that you have launched to put pressure on the government. I, on behalf of the Namma Bengaluru Foundation and Radio Indigo, call upon all Bangaloreans to join the campaign in a big way. Only then the government will act fast.